A woman, 43 years old. She visited the doctor on July 5, 1974. Since May of last year, she had fainted several times, accompanied by nausea and vomiting, which improved after treatment. 1 month ago, she fainted again, with elevated blood pressure and marked dizziness, but no sweating and no nausea or vomiting. During the past month, she frequently felt dizzy. Her blood pressure stayed around 140 to 160 over 110 to 120 millimeters of mercury. Western antihypertensive medicine could lower it temporarily, but it rose again soon, fluctuating frequently. She felt abnormal palpitations, was easily startled, was irritable, and had slight facial edema. Appetite was normal, but she felt tired and weak and could not work. Stool was dry, and lips were relatively dry. The tongue color was pale, with a thick white coating. The pulse felt like a fine thread, qì, and was slow, huan. The physician prescribed Chinese yam root, zhèng-qì, 15 grams, ligustrum fruit, zhèng-qì, 15 grams, poria, fu-ling, 12 grams, Rehmannia root prepared, shu-di, 12 grams, mutan bark, dan-pi, 9 grams, alisma rhizome, zhì-yè, 9 grams, acheronthus root, niu-xi, 9 grams, tribulus fruit, ji-li, 9 grams, cinnamon twig, gui-zhi, 4.5 grams, aconite root processed, fu-zi, 4.5 grams, cuculigo rhizome, xian-mao, 4.5 grams. This was 1 day's dosage. These herbs were mixed and decocted into a soup. The soup was consumed twice a day. After the patient continuously took the medicine for 20 days, syncope did not reoccur, and blood pressure was basically normal. It slightly rose to about 140 over 110 millimeters of mercury during menstruation. Appetite, urination, and defecation were all normal. Sleep was good, but with many dreams. Occasionally, there was a tight constricting feeling in the chest. Lips were red, the tongue coating was basically normal, and the pulse remained unchanged. The treatment method was still to replenish liquid and guide the scattered thermal energy back to the body. The prescription was Rehmannia root prepared, 15 grams, Chinese yam root, 15 grams, cornus fruit, 9 grams, alisma rhizome, 9 grams, poria, 9 grams, mutan bark, 6 grams, aconite root, processed, 6 grams, cinnamon bark, 1.2 grams, to be infused separately. This was 1 day's dosage. The method of decocting and consuming the medicine was the same as before. After the patient continuously took the medicine for 16 days, all symptoms were basically eliminated, and she was able to maintain work. The physician concluded, so-called hypertension, gao shui ya, has some symptoms similar to the TCM concept of syncope. Differentiating between deficiency of the body's zhèng-qì and the presence of excess substances within the body is one of the methods TCM uses to find the pathogenesis. This patient felt abnormal palpitations, was easily startled, irritable, had dry stool and dry lips, which appeared to be heat signs. However, the pale tongue color, thick white coating, pulse that felt like a fine thread and slow, and facial edema are all characteristics of zhèng-qì不足, deficient vital energy. The pathogenesis is the patient's deficiency of liquid, thermal energy, and qi in the lower body. The thermal energy in the body scatters outward. The circulation of qi and xie is simultaneously abnormal, including obstructed flow or abnormal direction. The scattering of thermal energy, especially when rushing to the head, leads to dizziness and red lips. The treatment method is to replenish thermal energy, liquid, and qi, and unblock the circulation channels of qi and zhèng-qì. The illness is naturally cured. Notes. 1. Qi is a TCM term for an extremely minute, highly vital substance that circulates constantly within the human body. This includes the qi of breathing. Qi drives and stimulates various physiological activities in the human body. The cessation of its movement signifies the end of life. Some substances in the human body are constantly present, yet invisible, and some even exist only when the human body is alive, such as the qi of breathing. 2. Shui is produced from extremely refined substances after being transformed by qi. It is responsible for nourishing and moistening the entire body, and it is also the material foundation for our mental and thought activities. Shui is different from blood. 3. Jīn-yè, substances within the body that possess the functions of moisturizing and nourishing. Reflection points. The case mentions that BP slightly rises to about 140 by 110 millimeters of mercury during menstruation. The physician did not explain the reason. The audience can reflect on: why does blood pressure rise during menstruation? 2. The audience can also consider why the illness flared up or worsened specifically in May and June.